Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCCW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday, March 28th. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News from Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, live streaming irlonestar.com, also Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and YouTube Live, and it will be put on our city TV with the city of Conroe. We are in the city of Conroe City Hall on the first floor in our brand new studio. So today we are going to talk about Miles for Meals, the annual event for Meals on Wheels, which is happening this Saturday, April 2nd, with my guest Carrie Watkins, Director of Community Development, and Community Development Coordinator Jessica Habib. That will be in the first segment. In the second segment, we will hear from our show sponsor, Vinny Sinisi from Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. Buying, selling, or investing real estate, Team Sinisi is the way to go. The show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate. Roger Stein Chiropractors have been voted the best chiropractic center in Montgomery County for many years. They are located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School on 105 and Taco Bell. She treats anyone from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a focus on natural, holistic way to relieve pain and achieve optimal health. And that is Roger Stein Chiropractic. And if you're a new patient, it's only $25, and it all goes back to CASA and kids that are in CPS custody. Team Sinisi, we will hear from Vinny Sinisi shortly, so I will move on to what is happening around us. So there's lots of things. As you know, it's springtime, and it's been beautiful weather outside. I hope you've been outside because this is the perfect time of year. Yeah, there's some things around there called allergies and pollen and little green particles that land on your porch or your car, but it's still a great time of year. The weather is awesome. The humidity is down low, and you need to order your cake or pie for Easter. So go to Vernell's New Orleans Bakery and Cafe and look at all their selections. You can go to vernells.com to do that. And with that, the annual Easter egg hunt is happening Saturday, April 9th at Carl Barton Jr. Park out by the baseball fields. And that is for anyone from 18 months to 10-year-olds. And the 10-year-olds do not go in the same Easter egg hunt with the little ones. Just so you know, they're corralled by age and bring baskets to collect all the candy-filled eggs. Again, that's Saturday, April 9th at Carl Barton Jr. Park. Next up at the Crichton Theater is Neil Simon's comical rendition of The Dinner Party, and that will start April 8th through Sunday, April 24th, hosted by Stage Right of Texas. Get tickets for the production at crichtontheater.org. And there's a new event happening Friday nights. Everybody wants to unwind. Well, if you like wine, you can go to Blue Epiphany Winery downtown on Main Street, just opposite the courthouse. And I know my guests are liking this. This is First Friday Flights, and that means it's on the first Friday, which happens to be April 1st, April Fool's Day, this Friday. And that is from 5:30 to 7:30, $25 per person for a flight of wine. What that looks like, I don't know. It's brand new. You have to go check it out and let me know. And then when you're done, you can stroll over to the Red Brick Tavern to hear a mix of Nirvana and the Beatles by Brian Bielanski, or a little further down to Pacific Yard House to soak in some vintage Aretha Franklin, Motown, disco, and old school music from the Level 1 Band. So get you some wine and then stroll down the street for some more entertainment. With that, we're going to take a quick break and be back with my guests to talk about the Miles for Meals with Meals on Wheels.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
And we are back. In this first segment, we're going to talk about Meals on Wheels, and more prominently, they have an event this Saturday, and this is a big event for Meals on Wheels. It's Miles for Meals, and it has been held at B52 Brewery for some time, right, Carrie?
That's right. This is our 6th year, and it's been held there every year since we started.
Every year. Well, it used to be in February, and I didn't like February.
It was in February. It was a little colder then.
It was cold because you don't know what you get, and sometimes you get snow, but April is better.
April's great. We're
So
just going to
we're
pray for
looking-
a beautiful day. We've had great weather in the years past.
Oh, yeah. So April 2nd, and what's amazing about this 5K, 10K is your dogs can come on a leash. Strollers can come. Just watch out for the walkers, runners that are ahead of you. Be courteous, but it should be a fun time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We love when people bring their pets out. I've actually had some questions if our dogs can run with us, and of course they can. We would love it.
Yes, it's great. And you wind around, I don't know what neighborhood that is, but it's kind of, it's a really nice, you see a little bit of a lake view, and the community embraces the event. And then you can come back and have food trucks that are out there. You can have lemonade, or you could possibly have some beer from B52 Brewery, because that's what it is. You know, get. So let's talk about the race itself. So it's a 5K, a 10K. 5K is 3.1, 10K is 6.2. I used to be a competitive runner, not anymore.
Well, you ran last year.
I walked last year.
Oh, well, I think
but
you ran over the finish line.
Kick a little butt walking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Purposely.
Yeah.
So, can you still enter to be a part of this event?
Absolutely. We have registration is open now, and it'll be open all week. And actually, you can come to Packet Pickup and register if you want. You can register on our website. You can come the day of the race. Come out to B52 if you think it's a pretty day, or even if it's not. And
bring friends.
Yeah.
Bring your neighbors.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Bring your family. Bring your dog.
Go race.
Bring your babies.
Yeah. If you're competitive, it's chip time.
All of that.
So you can use it as a practice race if you have something bigger coming up, or if you just want to stroll along, that's fine too.
Should be a great day for it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So, Jessica, how involved are you with the event coming up?
So I just started with Meals on Wheels
Okay.
last week. So
Jumping right in.
Yes, I've done some things in a volunteer capacity, but now I'm officially, part of the
So
the
you've
team.
volunteered with Meals on Wheels?
I have. I volunteered with them for about 5 years.
Really? What did you do?
I helped with their annual cocktail party mostly, and then I helped Carrie put together like sponsorship packets and
Auction items.
auction items. Yes, asking for donations from lots of different.
So you've been pretty involved.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
And now you've moved up to a new role.
Now
You
I'm
see
here.
what we do? We
Yes.
lure them in.
Now you have responsibility,
Yes, now I actually
right?
have
You
to
can't
show
say
up.
no.
It's true. It's
I got worried she was going to tell me that, so I hired her.
And here you are on the radio show, just moving on up there.
That's exactly
Okay, so they can still sign up, but let's talk about packet pickup. So the packet pickup is actually at your office.
It is. It's at 111 South 2nd Street in Conroe. And it is this Thursday, the 31st, from noon until 6 p.m. And then again on Friday, April 1st, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And if you decide that you want to walk or run, you can then sign up.
Yeah, you
there.
can sign up there. You can sign up online. You can sign up the morning of the race if you show
Okay.
up at B52. That's
And
fine
your dog
too.
doesn't have to register.
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll see. There's a bonus right there
Yeah,
already.
dogs are free.
It gets to
Yes.
ride along, walk
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Okay. So check in though on Saturday, April 2nd is going to happen at 7:45 in the morning.
7:45 it will open. Yes, we will be ready
I'm
to
sure
start.
you'll be there before that.
Oh, much before that. Yes.
It's going to be bright and early.
Yeah, it'll still be dark.
You'll be going the course beforehand to check it out, right? You'll do your time before it even
We will be there
starts.
setting up on Friday as well.
Okay, and then the race starts at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
and
sharp.
We don't really know which is first, the 10K or the 5K. I'm assuming the
Probably
10K,
the 10K.
usually goes first.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. I mean, because then you're visiting with people afterwards, and there are awards that happen as well. And you'll have, I think, some vendor booths out there and different things.
We do, yes, and we have Orange Theory will be leading our warm up, the stretch at the beginning, and I think they'll also have a booth out there. Yeah, there's several that'll be out there. Takis will be there, and the food trucks this year are Fries and Grind. That's one of our favorites.
What is that?
Fries and Grind. They have delicious burgers. Like, I don't know what they're made of, but it's not just like what I make at home.
They're good.
They're really
Yeah,
good.
they're gourmet for sure.
Okay.
And fries and that kind of stuff. And then there's one called Cajun Asian, and then we have our own Andre, who works at Meals on Wheels, who has his snow cone truck and hot dogs and nachos and I
Fun
think
stuff.
coffee and hot chocolate and stuff like that.
So once you burn those calories, you're free
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
to eat.
you're free to eat and drink beer.
consume- yeah, 3 free pints of beer. Is that correct?
That's correct. So when
3.
you register for the
That's a
race,
lot.
yeah, you get 3. You get the
And their beer
souvenir-
is really good.
It is, and they're opening up all of their options. So anything they have is
Root beer, lemonade, you can have that too.
yeah.
You
Nobody
can have
wants
one beer, one root beer, one lemonade.
it. Or just have all the beers.
Kids, there's kids.
Or whatever you want. Oh, and a finisher medal as well.
Everybody gets a
you
finisher
can
medal when they cross the finish line. And
Have that to show everybody that, yes, you participated. Are you going to be able to sell any of your sweatshirts or anything? Do you still have those? Hats, any of that?
we do have some
stuff?
swag to sell. Yeah, we'll have some new T-shirts there, and we have we'll have some new water bottles. We have some pet bandanas that are new that say
okay.
Animals for those who like our Animals
And maybe
program.
they can purchase those before they do
Yeah.
the event?
Yep. And actually, they're for people or for pets, but they're really cute. They say Animals and they have paw prints on them.
Let's talk about Animals.
Okay.
So can people still contribute to that, or how does that work?
We always need people to contribute to Animals. That is a 100% donation-based program for the community. So what that means is we depend on everybody in Montgomery County to help us feed the pets of our seniors. So they want to have their little beloved furry friends at home with them. It keeps them company.
That's dog and cat.
Dog and cat. And we provide cat food or dog food that we send out with our volunteers when we take the seniors their lunches. We take food for their pets as well. It keeps them. What we found was that our seniors were sharing their lunches with their animals because they didn't have anything else to feed them. So we tried to solve that problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so many.
So all
many
the animal
things.
lovers out there, yeah, we would love to have
More
pet
donations.
food. More donations would be wonderful.
And you have a gourmet chef. Oh my gosh, the food is
It's amazing.
the best.
good.
It should
No.
be on a restaurant menu. It is so good.
We love
It's not like cafeteria food. It is made fresh
It is all made from scratch.
daily. And he throws in some specials sometimes, and it's just
He has a
Fabulous.
rotation of meals that the seniors don't get the same meal more than once in 3 months.
once every 3 months.
Yeah. So in my house,
And
it's like
they're
we got a rotation
nutritional.
of 3.
You know, they have some fresh
We're very-
vegetables, fish, meats.
Very cognizant of the dietary needs for seniors. So we
And
have
that's a big benefit. So a big benefit also that people can contribute, and $125 is all it takes to feed a senior for a month.
That's right. We can feed a senior for $1,500. We can feed a senior for an entire year. Which is pretty incredible.
$1,500
for
an
we can
entire
make it work.
year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the really cool thing is that the cost, it outweighs the cost of them being in the hospital
Yep. Absolutely.
Huge.
Or a nursing home. Yes.
or anything else.
And
So
it lowers
that
the
way they
chance
can
that they
stay at their home, live at home with their pets.
Which is
and
where they wanna be.
Get their nutrition. So another service that people probably don't even know you have is that curb-to-curb transportation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our buses will pick up seniors, and that's any seniors in the community. You don't have to be on the Meals on Wheels food service. We are the only group that provides this service in Montgomery County. So people who need a ride to, usually it's medical appointments that we get calls for, whether it's dialysis or a doctor's appointment. Seniors who can't drive, we'll pick them up. We pick them up and take them where they're going, and then take them home. So you're right.
How do they
curb-to-curb.
coordinate that?
They call our office and they schedule it with Sherry, who handles that at our building. And I don't know how she keeps all that straight, but she is amazing, and everybody gets scheduled. And I'm sure you've seen our buses around.
course
we
I
have a
have.
lot of buses driving around
Well,
the county.
because, yes, again, you cover the entire county, northeast, southwest,
1,000
Magnolia,
square miles,
Willis, Conroe, New Caney, Porter, Montgomery,
Big service
the
area.
Woodlands,
all of it.
everywhere. Everywhere in our county, and that is through volunteers.
We do. We have about 300 volunteers who deliver the food to the seniors' homes for us. And we have, I think, 92 routes right now, which it's incredible. Our volunteers are amazing. And we always have opportunities for more. So if anybody is interested in getting involved in delivering food or delivering pet food or breakfast bags on the weekends, or
And the family can do this as well.
Absolutely,
Younger
yeah.
kids, if it's work,
Yeah.
if it's their schedule is so that they could do it Saturdays or something. I know you have some
we have
deliveries.
2 Saturdays a month that we deliver breakfast bags. So that's a great activity for families. I think
Or they can decorate breakfast bags.
they can. All ages do
Or
that.
birthday bags.
Or birthday bags. Every senior gets a birthday bag on their birthday so that they know that they're remembered and thought of, and they love that. It's very special to them to get a birthday bag or a breakfast bag that has art on it. They look at the art kind of like a note,
It's
somebody
just
was-
fun.
No,
It
it's
is
great.
fun.
How did you get involved with Meals on Wheels?
I actually got involved through Carrie. She needed help with decorations and a couple other things at one of the cocktail parties that they were hosting a couple years ago, and she lured me in, and I have been.
You've been involved.
Yes, I've been.
And you've been recruited.
Yes, and now I've been recruited, so which I'm very excited about.
And now you get to work with Carrie Moore, right?
I do. Yes, I do get to work with Carrie Moore. So
Yay.
it's great. I'm really
We're very blessed. to
Carrie,
have
how
her
long
on
have you
board.
been with Meals on Wheels?
I've been working there for 4 years now, just about, but I was on the board of directors as a volunteer before that for 3 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we have a lot of employees with a volunteer background first, and then you kind
And you're very passionate about it because sometimes you go off and do other private events that help
Yes.
Meals on Wheels.
absolutely
Like at the Cozy Grate.
like at the Cozy Grate. And I sometimes deliver bags on the weekends with my kids, and
Your
I grew up
boys?
with grandparents who delivered Meals on Wheels. So as a little
okay.
girl, I was exposed
So
to
it's
this.
in your foundation.
Yeah, I guess so. You
So anything
plant
new and
those seeds.
exciting going on with Meals on Wheels?
Ooh, yes.
Tell me.
We have a new event. We'll have a brand new first annual. It's going to be a speakeasy. So we're going to go with 1920s, a little prohibition theme. It will be at Margaritaville, actually. So
My people.
Yes, they're wonderful. We love working with them. They've just been fantastic. And their property is beautiful. It's just been wonderful to have this opportunity to do an event there. So that's going to be on May 6th. And we do have tickets being sold now. We have sponsorships, and the buzz about it has been incredible. We're really excited. Everybody's.
So is this somewhat of a cocktail party kind of thing?
This is kind of going to be, we have a live band, and we'll have some gambling, typical speakeasy things. We'll have plenty of bars
Prohibition.
open. Yeah.
plenty of alcohol.
rejecting
you have to
it.
say a password to get in.
You do.
Yeah, there's a password.
Yes, and, everyone will dress in their best 1920s attire, and
That you have something sitting around at home.
Of course I do, but I'm not going to use that one. So we're excited. We have a lot of fun aspects to that evening. We have a little after party as well, the Misbehaving after party that will be at a different spot on site. So those who want to continue the party.
Fun. And maybe they can get lodging there too. And just
They
spend the
absolutely
night.
can. We have some sponsorships that actually include a room. So
Very
we have a
nice.
lot of great packages that I think the rooms are going fast. So if people are interested, they need to
So
email
will that
me.
be available on your website?
It is on our website.
Okay.
And then also just-
MOWMC.org.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Or you can email me, Carrie, at MOWMC.org.
Pretty easily found.
Yes.
Very easy.
Meals on Wheels, Montgomery County, and there you're there.
Then
Yeah,
you're
you're
there.
there.
Well, it
Yeah.
sounds like a
Yeah.
fun event.
Yes.
We're really
we're
excited
really
about it.
excited. It's a lot of fun to plan. And it's, obviously for a great cause. Most importantly.
Of
There's
course
nothing
it
better
is.
than raising
And
money
I
for
bet
a good
a lot
cause.
of people don't know that you have moved to the location 111 South 2nd Street, which is actually across from the Salvation Army in downtown Conroe. And been there, seems like a couple years.
Couple
'cause you
years,
moved
yeah.
in 2020.
Yeah,
quickly.
we've been there a couple of years, and we're already outgrowing our space,
Yes,
I
back
think.
where
So.
the food bank used to be, where I used to work.
Yeah, that
actually,
was a
at the
long
food
time
bank.
ago, yeah.
It was a long time ago. It was 10
Yeah.
years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
Yes, yes. I left there in
Wow.
2012-ish. Something like that. So,
Well, we
tell
love
me,
the space.
You still have congregate dining too.
We do. We still have congregate dining. And that's really for the seniors who don't necessarily qualify for home delivery, but they're still able to get out and drive. And it's better for them if they
It's
can go
social.
and be social. Yeah.
Yes, and
So
they
we
can
do
connect
provide
with
the food
others.
for that, and they go to different centers in the county.
Like the Conroe Senior Center.
Right.
And other locations.
Yep.
You still have one, I
The
think, out
Woodlands
in
and-
East County?
Uh-huh. We have one in East County.
At
and
Bull
then,
Salis Park.
I guess Montgomery, do we have one? I can't remember.
I'm
the
not sure.
fourth
I know
one.
you were going to work on doing Willis
We are
as
working
well.
on Willis as well, yes.
So that's
So we'll
an
have 5.
opportunity for seniors to get out. It's important for them to get out and talk with other people instead of to
Absolutely.
be so isolated in their home. And that's another thing. The Meals on Wheels, it gives the opportunity to do a welfare check on these seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be the only person that comes to their home.
Frequently it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice because we know that volunteers who've done these routes usually for a long time, and they get to know the habits of the seniors, and so they know if they don't come to the door that means something might be
Something's
wrong, and
wrong.
they're able to check into it further.
And they have a relationship with the seniors
Absolutely.
that they see all
Absolutely.
the
They
time,
do.
too.
They're just as attached
You're
to
offering
the senior
that
as the seniors
as
to
well.
them.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
goes
nice
both
friendship.
ways.
Yeah, I delivered breakfast bags over spring break, and the lady that came to the door, she was so precious. I know her whole life story after 30 minutes. I know about her husband and her
Well,
daughters.
they're
and
lonely. They
she
need
she
to
just
talk to
wanted to talk.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is wonderful. I mean, it's a really great experience to talk to the seniors because it's an incredible generation. I mean, we even have some seniors that were born in the 20s that are on our service.
Wow.
So I think our oldest
Yeah.
client right now is 106.
106.
106.
Can't imagine.
There's a World War II vet that was on Normandy or at Normandy.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, they need to get their name on the line at the Veterans Memorial Park.
He's on our van, actually.
Yes,
his picture's
I've
on our
seen that
van.
picture.
Yes.
Yes. Well, a lot of wonderful things. And to recap, they can anybody can still sign up for Miles for Meals 5K, 10K that's happening this Saturday, April 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. They can go to the packet pickup Thursday or Friday to sign up and register or pick up their packet. And they could do it that morning early because you'll be there at 7:45.
We will be ready for them at 7:45.
Probably earlier, but they'll be ready at 7:45 over at B52 Brewing. And once you register, you don't even really have to walk or run if you don't want to.
That's
you can
right.
make a donation and just hang out and take in the ambiance.
Yep.
And
Put on
drink.
your bib, get your medal, and just sit there.
Fake it. Pretend you were the first in. Get your picture out there, with your stand and
Cash in
repeat.
for your beer.
And
It'll
then be the
good.
first in line for your beer, right?
Yes,
You could do
absolutely.
it. You could do it.
Absolutely.
So, MOWMC.org, Meals on Wheels, Montgomery County. You can find out about volunteering, donating, the upcoming events, including the one this Saturday, or just show up at B52.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Margie.
your time.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
I
for
will
having
see you Saturday.
Good.
Awesome. Yes,
Thanks.
we will be there.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with the Lone Star Community Radio.
Does volunteering at a nonprofit horse sanctuary sound wonderful? Or are you a veteran or a veteran spouse and think trying a peer group session through a local Horses and Heroes equine program might be worth trying? Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, located in Grand Central Park by appointment only, is home to a growing number of rescued and donated horses. Visit our website at henryshomehorsesanctuary.org or check out our Facebook at Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary for more information.
Hey, tune in to the Bridge Podcast TX Tuesdays at 11 a.m., where we are connecting commerce with community, interviewing business owners and leaders in the community, allowing the audience to peek behind the curtain of what inspires, motivates, drives these individuals to have meaningful, positive impact in this community. For more information about the show, log into irlonestar.com/TBPTX.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hey, tune in to the Bridge Podcast TX Tuesdays at 11 a.m., where we are connecting commerce with community, interviewing business owners and leaders in the community, allowing the audience to peek behind the curtain of what inspires, motivates, drives these individuals to have meaningful, positive impact in this community. For more information about the show, log into irlonestar.com/TBPTX.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Suddenlink Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
Okay, now in our show, in our second segment, we are going to hear a little bit from our sponsor, Vinny Sinisi from Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. And he actually went to the wrong location, to our old location. But now he found us here in the studio, in the Conroe Tower, and we are good to go.
Y'all are moving on up.
That's right, you know.
This is awesome.
It's very nice.
I went
it's
to
nice
that
studio.
courthouse deal over there, and I said, "Where's the radio station?" They said, "What radio station?" I said, "Look," she said, "Do you want to be in jury duty?" I said, "No, here's jury duty. Put all the bad guys in jail and leave them there."
Yeah, right. Okay, well, you found us.
Unless they want to buy a house, then they can let them out.
Well, yes, you can help them sell a house. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about real estate.
Okay.
What's going on in real estate?
Oh, my God. OMG. So I'm just thinking with interest rates going up and inflation.
What are they at right now?
Interest rates?
Yeah.
You're in the 4s.
Okay,
which
so it
people are
moved up.
freaking out, but the average in the United States since they've been keeping records is 8% since like 1960. So 4 is like
still good,
phenomenal. My first house in 1980 in the Woodlands was 16%, and everybody was fighting to get one. They were beating each other up, trying to get out of the way. I want one of those.
And they had those ARMs, adjustable rate mortgages and all that.
Yeah.
No bueno.
You can do that when it's 16% because it's probably only going to go down from there. But yeah, interest rates are up because the administration is trying to fight inflation, and that's how they do it. And the thing is, they're trapped because, they don't want to raise interest rates too high because then people stop buying things, and then the whole thing just craters. So anyway, that's up to them. The good part is we thought that, sales would slow down, prices would, level off. Here's the stats. I'm a big stats guy, So 5.5 million homes were sold in the United States last year. 5.5 million in this year where we don't have any inventory, right? That's the 5th best ever in the history of the United States.
Really?
This year they say it's going to be flat. Well, flat is another 5.5 million homes, right? Well, people have a misconception that there's no inventory. 5.5 million homes. There's plenty of inventory. It just sells today. We sold a house in Bentwater last week, closed. listed it for $1.2 million on the lake. And I'm thinking, oh man, $1.2 million. It's a 22-year-old house, only one owner. The people are retiring, moving to Lakeway in Austin. $1,410,000. Had
So
7 offers in the
it was
weekend.
above.
$210,000 above. And then we have, and it's not just Bentwater, okay? It's all across the nation. We had another listing in Stillwater that sold for $45,000 over on a 670.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
nuts.
crazy.
The average last year was $42,000 over the listing price nationwide.
Wow.
I have a really good friend in San Francisco, and she called me last week just to check up on me, make sure I was still alive after selling all these houses. And I said, what's the deal there? She goes, I have a good friend in Sausalito. I have a good friend in Sausalito. She said 1,200 square foot homes are selling for $3 million. And I said, what? She said, yeah, we had a listing that sold for $680,000 more than the listing price.
Oh, my
And I said, why is that? And she said, unlike Texas, because Texas has a lot of land. There's a new neighborhood popping up every day. You drive down the road, right? And they don't have that.
Yeah, you have to go up.
That's it. You either,
I know
this is
San
the land you
Francisco.
got. Yeah, this is it. And she's not even in San
The
Francisco.
up and down hills.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's not a lack of inventory for Texas. Texas is really the best bang for the buck in the whole United States because of, property taxes and things of that nature. And you get a lot for your money. I listened to a little. Well, you were at the same meeting with Lois Kolkers last week, and
she was fabulous.
Yeah, it was a great presentation, and she said the same thing that she's got these bills out there to help resist property tax increases. My deal is I got to pay property taxes, school taxes. And I don't even have anybody in school, so
I don't either.
I want the old person tax.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a windfall right now in the real estate market. If you're a buyer, you can still find a good house for a good price. People are concerned that, I'm going to sell my house and not have a place to go because there's no inventory. No inventory, quote unquote. There's plenty of inventory. The thing is, in 17 years, I've never had a homeless person. In fact, I've just had one homeless person, and you know the story. I sold my house this time last year and had to live in the mold house and almost bled to death.
No, that's horrible.
And
that's
then
horrible,
moved in with my son for 7 months in the pool house. I'm like, I'm homeless.
I've been homeless,
Yeah.
in between houses, too.
So it's all good. There's a lot worse things that can happen in life. And we've all been subject to that. But as far as finding a house, we do like about 100 deals a year. And
How many people are on your team?
So it's me who's the rainmaker, allegedly, and then I have 2 buying agents, and then we have 2 admin people. So we're looking to expand, except if you know somebody out there in Radio Land that is looking to get into the real estate career, I'll pay for your real estate license to go get it. But you got to be dedicated. It's not just, the market's doing really well. I want to remind everybody about 2008, 2009, when everybody was getting a ninja loan, NINJA, a ninja loan.
What is that?
No income, no job or assets, ninja. And
Never heard of that.
Everybody was getting, it's a little humor there. Margie.
Okay, I figured it was.
Everybody was getting a loan as long as you had a pulse. And then all those loans cratered. That's why we had the big bust.
How could you get a loan without any income?
Oh, amazing, isn't it? Well, everybody was doing it because you can make money when you give out loans. But even though those people weren't qualified, they got loans. And then they had no equity. They couldn't pay for anything, and they had no equity. Now, with, say, the COVID thing that we've had the last couple of years, people were thinking they lost their jobs, right? How are you going to pay for your house? Well, they have equity in their homes now. They've probably owned their homes for 5 years. So they could actually sell their house, right, cash in, pay off some of their debt, maybe go down to a smaller house, keep a lower payment because of interest rates, and come out looking pretty sweet. We really thought there'd be a lot of foreclosures or pre-foreclosures, or even, there's a government policy that will help you take 3 or 4 months if you lost your job and put it on the end of your loan, so you can get through it.
Yeah, there's something going out that I saw. Some article today about helping with mortgage payments.
Sure. So there's a lot of options, and it's it's really the housing market. It's funny because the housing market is one of the biggest money makers for the whole United States, but they never include that or energy in the the GDP,
in the outlook,
the gross domestic product. They don't include the two biggest sectors.
So inventory is not a problem because as soon as you list a house, it sells. And so it's a good problem, I guess, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That if you want to sell, there are homes out there, but you have to be responsive.
Yeah.
And have a good realtor that can be on it to find you the house you need before it sells.
And that's what we do. So I do all the listing side of it. I sell the people's houses and our clients' houses. And then those clients are migrated over to our buying agents who go out and find them another house. So, and that can be a challenge because most houses get multiple offers. So that's why you've got to put in.
They have to be prepared for that.
Yeah, our buying agent wrote a contract this weekend, $100,000 over.
That's crazy.
$100,000 over the list price, and they got it. And then we had one about a month ago, some different clients that put an offer in for $75,000 on an 875. They offered $950 cash and didn't get it. So it's kind of like throw a ball up in the air and take a swing at it, and maybe you'll hit one out of the park.
I suppose that's a good problem to have, especially if you're on the receiving end. Of
yeah,
being
and then
the realtor involved.
You look at the appraisers, and they're just like blah, 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 blah. They don't know what to do because prices are escalating so fast they can't keep up. There's no comps to justify those rising prices.
So if they're getting out a loan and they're not paying cash, it has to appraise for some part of it. So if you have $1 million home, you have to be able to put a substantial amount down on that because it may not appraise for $1 million.
Yeah.
So it may appraise for, let's say, $500,000 or whatever, or $650,000 or something like that. So that's the appraisal, and you need to come up with the difference. And then getting the appraisers out there to do it as fast as you need to close on.
Yeah, that's the lender.
home.
That's the lender's job. So
It's still a lot.
Absolutely. And in 17 years, I've really only had 2 appraisers that blew it. And one was about 10 years ago. They were off by $60,000 on a $780,000 house. And then recently, we sold a $760,000 property in Willis, and the appraiser appraised it for $720,000. And I called him and I said, "Well, this is like a 9-acre spread with a big pond and a beautiful place. It had been all redone because of the freeze." And I said, I see your drawings on here. Where's the barn on your drawings? And he said, "What barn?" And I said, "What do you mean, what barn? There's a $50,000 barn out there."
Then he didn't include. So
Yeah.
how do you go against that if an appraisal comes back and you disagree?
Yeah.
What's the process?
The process is appraisers, and all you appraisers out there, you know that I have a couple of really good friends that are appraisers, and I love those guys. But you appraisers out there, you have no accountability, because here's what happens. When they put the data in for the appraisal, it goes into a national database. So if they come back and say, "Oh, gee, I missed a barn, I'm off by $50,000, let me raise the appraisal up by $50,000, big red flag. What, is Margie your sister? Did Vinny pay you off to raise up the appraisal? What are you doing over there? So this guy was off by $50,000 and said, "I'll give you $5,000 for the barn." The slab for that barn was probably $10,000 or $15,000 plus this brand new barn. So that's the thing you have to be careful with. I had an appraiser friend today call me and say, "I'm appraising your house over here on XYZ lane." And so what we do is we prepare all the comps, and we make sure. And the comps, I saw a meme. You ever watch that show? Whose Line Is It Anyway?
A long time ago.
Yeah, Drew Carey used to host it. And they used to say, "Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway," where the points don't matter and neither do the jokes or whatever. Well, there's a meme going around, "Welcome to Real Estate," where the prices don't matter and neither do the comps.
Yeah, so do you get to pick who the appraiser is?
Absolutely not. The appraiser is picked by the lender, and they go in a queue, so there
Okay.
might be 20 of them, and it just goes around the clock. Well, it's Margie's turn today, it's Dick's turn tomorrow.
So it's
Vinny's.
unbiased.
Yeah.
I see.
But
Yeah.
but you've been around long enough, like I said, 17 years, you know some of the appraisers, because we will meet them at the house and do their homework for them, give them the comps, and say this has to appraise because look at this is why we listed it.
Look at the backyard.
And,
look at the deck. Look at this. Look at
and
these cabinets.
Yeah, no,
all that.
No realtor of any quality, okay, is going to overprice a listing and get away with it. And when we listed that $1.2 million home, I'm thinking, wow, that's got to be right at the top. And then $200,000 later, you're going, wow. Had a $1 million view out the back window, infinity pool right into the lake. And
Nice.
I'm like, wow, it was beautiful.
It is wow.
Yeah, this guy built a wine cellar in it when he built it.
Yeah.
But it was dated. I mean, it's 23 years old. They're 80. Okay, and they flooded during the freeze. All brand new floors downstairs and carpet in the bathrooms because that's what was in there when it flooded. So all brand new. I mean, you walk on that carpet, it's like walking on fluff. Remember Fluffernutter? Fluff. Marshmallow fluff.
So business is good, and you're pretty busy, and your whole team is
Yes.
pretty busy. What's the average price of a home that's selling right now?
Nationally, mid threes. Texas, I think, is like 384.
And what about Montgomery County?
About the same. Woodlands, Conroe, those are the big. Woodlands is voted the #1 place to live in the world, apparently.
Conroe's the fastest growing
and
city.
And Conroe's. We just moved to Bentwater, so it's like I remember when I moved here in 1980 to go from the Woodlands to Conroe, there was that 10-minute gap in the middle where you saw nothing, and now it's just all one big metropolis. I mean, it's all combined.
It's a good place to live.
Which is great. You know what? It really is. And people talk about mobility, but mobility in Montgomery County has been an issue since I moved here in 1980. I mean, it's always been tough to get around. And, we talk with Charlie all the time.
You have to have a fast car.
I do have a fast car.
I know you do.
But I also have a Ford F-250 too, which I love to drive. So it really the world of real estate in Montgomery County and in the surrounding areas is a beautiful place to be. I raised my kids in the Woodlands. It was the best decision I ever made was to move to Texas and then to move to the Woodlands. And then marrying my wife is like third. And then having kids is probably like 10th because now I look back and go, why did I even have kids the way they act
And you
now?
have a son working with you, don't you?
Yeah. My younger son is one of our buying agents. He's doing great. I have a gal that's the senior VP for our buying side, and she lives in Willis. So she grew up in Spring and the Houston area, and I mean so that's a good deal. That's a good deal because nobody can stump us. Like, what about this area? Well, this is a great area, and the school people want to move for schools, right? And really, the #1 factor in looking for a house right on your iPhone, of course, that's where everybody shops, is pictures. It used to be price, right? Now it's pictures because most people look at I don't like that house, I'm not even going to go further. But if they like the looks,
curb appeal, and then take it inside. Curb appeal first. What does it look like?
And then they'll go to maybe the price, but now all of a sudden it's schools. Conroe Independent School District has great schools, and so does Magnolia.
It's the #1 employer.
I mean, that's the highest paid superintendent in the state.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he trained my kids. That's where he's come from, a trainer to superintendent. And before that, Donald Stockton, he was my kids' teachers. So it's just exciting because Montgomery County it's a great place. I mean, you want to have everything to do and be close to a major metropolitan city and able to get there readily, then the Woodlands, Conroe, Willis, Magnolia, Montgomery, huge places.
And you're passionate about what you do.
I love
you enjoy it.
Yeah. You know why? Because no two deals are the same. You're never going to get the same, even if they're twins.
There's no monotony.
Yeah. We have two brothers that live down the street from each other. We just sold both their houses. And I asked the other one is in the medical field, and the other one's moving. And I said, why are you moving? Well, Mark's moving. And I said, what do you mean? He's moving to the Woodlands. I said, it's like 5 miles away. He said, I don't care. We're going back to Dallas or somewhere where my wife grew up. I'm like, okay. So we actually connected them with an agent up there. Keller Williams, 188,000 agents in 50
it's nationwide.
countries. Yeah, 50 nations.
I used that connection out in Oregon for my mom.
There you go.
It happens.
Why didn't you call me?
Well, actually, that happened a while back.
We'll talk about that off the air.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. And now we're getting ready to sell our house
here,
again
I'll take care
with a
of you.
view of the Pacific Ocean. So it's paid
I saw your
for,
pictures.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
did
deal.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another whole story. All right, let's talk about your community engagement. There's a lot of things that you're passionate about besides real estate.
I'm going to talk about the first thing most passionate, Baseball for Babies, baseballforbabies.org. We just had a huge gala at Do-Si-Do, the barn.
Boots and Babies.
Yep, Boots and Babies gala. And we raised about $50,000. Had Scooter Brown, who, I don't know if you've read the deal about Scooter Brown, but he and all his Marine Corps, stealth combat hero buddies went into Ukraine and rescued 60 kids last month.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you'd never know it talking to Scooter. He's like an Adonis. He's like 6'4", and he still looks like he could, be in the Marine Corps. Yeah, I mean, he's just a rock solid, but just the best guy in the world. So they perform for us. Steve Saeed, that owns Do-Si-Do, has been a friend for 40 years. He tells people, this is the first guy I ever met in the Woodlands. I said, don't tell people that. You have a reputation. So that worked out well. And then we have MAC 19 coming up, April 19th to May 8th. Those are the 19 days that my first granddaughter survived. 1 pound, 4 ounces. Never needed a ventilator. She's the miracle baby, and they're loving her, and she just didn't quite make it. So my daughter, Angelica, had this this prodding from God probably that she should help other babies. And she said she never wants that to happen to another premature baby. So every dollar that she raises, and we're up over $100,000 this year with some of the events, is donated. And we've bought heart defect detection machines for the
That's big.
Yeah, Washington National Hospital in Washington, D.C. It's a MRI on steroids. It can pinpoint a hole in a baby's heart at 12 weeks that can be fixed. And the reason that they don't have that machine in the United States is because the insurance companies won't pay for that test. In Europe,
horrible.
Yeah, in Europe, it's part of the pregnancy protocol. It's a certain amount of weeks you do this, and here
That's
they
horrible.
don't do it. So we help buy that machine, and we have a Dr. Shavana at Texas Children's that's doing tremendous lung research, because that's usually what happens with a preemie. Their lungs are kind of the last thing to develop, and they can't survive because when they're born, they're coming out from being underwater, and they have to learn how to take the air in and convert oxygen from their lungs into the bloodstream. And if their lungs are okay, maybe their heart isn't, and that's the number one killer of preemies is heart problems. So
you're learning a lot about this.
Oh, I mean, it's wonderful. And the unfortunate part is most tragedies can end up being very positive and can be very helpful to those people that are going to experience later. You and I have had a discussion about Gold Star families. I grew up in one of those. So anyway,
I know about that too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes. So you've shared a lot of great information about real estate, and what is the very best way to connect with you, Vinny?
I would go to teamsinisi.com, TeamSinisi. It's Sinisi name to remember. I won't give you a phone number because nobody can remember that, right?
Yeah,
but Team Sinisi is easier.
And you also have your real estate group, Vinny Sinisi Real Estate Group on Facebook.
Yeah, Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. Yeah. But if you go to Sinisi, you're going to find probably 3 people: my son, and my older son, and me, and I'm the handsome one, so it shouldn't be really hard to do. And then if you find my daughter, she's an Amaro. She married an Amaro, so he's a Mexican guy, but I tell everybody he's Italian because it sounds Italian.
So Team Sinisi Real Estate Group, because it's an Sinisi name to remember.
Absolutely.
With Vinny Sinisi. And thank you for sponsoring our show.
Absolutely.
You've been doing that for quite a while. I don't know. Sometime.
Yeah.
And
anything for you, Margie.
Baseballforbabies.org.
Baseballforbabies.org.
Okay.
Yep. Go donate.
Go donate.
Yeah.
Get involved. Sell
Appreciate
your house.
you.
Call
Thank
Vinny.
you.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to
Thank
Crossway?
you.
We're going-
Crossways?
All right, good.
Okay.
All right, peace. Thank you. Thank you all.